Hello everybody and welcome back to Super Tech Services. This is Brian again with another video. While updating firmware, did you ever get the message MFP controller download no good? Well, I just ran into that issue and I actually fixed it by just reseating the SSD board. So I just wanted to show you guys how that was done. So go ahead and stay tuned. I'm going to show you this easy fix. Alright, so what you want to do is just power off your copier. Unplug it, get to the back of the board, back of the machine, and just undo the back screws and get the cover off. I'm doing so here. Konica made it really easy to get to the boards, which is really cool. All right, there. Now I should be able to get this back panel off just like so. Now the SSD board is right underneath the hard drive. So just go ahead and remove the connectors, the data and power. And then you got 4 screws. Now, like I said, I was just updating firmware and I just kept getting the message download no good. I changed firmware file just to make sure, changed different USB sticks. That didn't work. So the manual was stating that the MFP board, the SSD board here is what controls that MFP firmware. So all I did here, as I'm going to zoom in here so you guys can see that little board at the bottom left-hand corner. So I was thinking I was probably going to have to replace that board. But what I actually did was just pull it off, put it back on, and it worked no problem. So there's one screw at the bottom right-hand side that you need to remove. And then once that screw's out, you can just kind of wiggle it out like so. Just like that. Really cool. Really. So I'm thinking maybe that board came loose when the copper's been moved around in delivery. And if reseating doesn't work for you, maybe you can just replace the board. But as you can see here, I'm just putting the board back on. And once it's in, it does feel a little loose when it's on as well. So maybe they need to add more screws in each corner. Would probably be helpful. Remember, when we're using a drill on a board, you should probably usually not do it, but just make sure your torque is set at the bare minimum. Mine is set at 2. I've been doing it for a long time, so I feel comfortable, but for most people, you should probably just use a screwdriver. All right, now that I reseated the SSD board, I'm just going to throw the hard drive bracket on, and we'll get the 4 screws back in, and then the connectors. And what I'm doing is basically, I've already did this and it works, but I'm just going to reload firmware to show you guys that it works. I tried to reduplicate the MFP download no good message so I can film that first part of the video, but when removing the board, it actually just kept rebooting the machine. So it just showed that the board was still connected, but probably was just a couple pins were not fully connected or something like that. Whatever the issue was, this definitely worked. So I'm just getting the 4 screws back in here. And then just making sure they're tight. Let's torque down to a low amount. All right, now data and power are in. And from here you can go ahead and try to load your firmware with the cover off. Since I already did it already, I'm just going to put the cover back on. Same screws for reassembly. Okay, that'll be good for now. I'll actually do that later. So I just want to show you, this is my finished firmware. Well, the printer's still downloading, but the MFP controller downloaded perfectly fine. Like I said, the picture in the earlier video I had to get from the internet. So that's the fix, guys. Go ahead and give it a try. Please like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you on the next video. Thanks for watching.